Hey guys, this is Robert Dailey with Dailey Woodworks. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm fixing something that's been bugging the mess out of me for a while. So I do a lot of custom furniture, a lot of dog kennels is what I do, but a lot of it has drawers, like these guys. I just, well, probably before this video comes out, this video should come out on building under drawers for undermount drawer slides. But I have that, I install them, they work great, I love them, they're wonderful. But honestly, my drawer, sorry, let me get this covered up. But my drawer organization or drawer slide and drawer pull kit is just a nightmare to use. So let me show you what I mean by that.
Hey guys, before we get started today, I would like to invite you to go to the recreationalwoodworker.com. This is my website and blog that has all of my woodworking plans, how-to tutorials, jigs, furniture, shop projects, tool reviews, everything that you need to know about being a woodworker. We have an extensive blog where it's easy to find the essential clamps you need, how to build awesome tabletops, and upcycling furniture projects. All those different things that you might want to do to be a woodworker. So go check out the recreationalwoodworker.com and let's get back to our video.
I'm in my shop. I normally install my drawers about right here. I'd roll this little cart about right here and we're good. And so then I have to come over here, and in here there's normally something. Actually no, there's nothing there right now, so that was wrong. I come over here, I've got my drawer hardware. Okay, here's this thing that I need, and then I need these maybe. I've got some drawer slides. Okay, but that's not everything. Now I need to go down here. All right, that's a barn door jig. Here's jigs for making my slides. Okay, that's about right. And now I'm missing something else. Oh yeah, so I've got to get my screws right here, my drawer slide holder thingies, and then I got to get my drill and this thing. That's a pain in the butt. So that means to do one thing in my shop, I have to go here, here, there, all the way back over here, instead of just being able to grab one thing and go do it. Now, if you followed my channel for some time, you know that I follow a modular system in my shop. What that means is I have drawers that are all the same size. All the depths are a multiple of each other. They ride in dados, so there's no hardware involved. And this is, for example, this is my chisel kit, my sharpening kit. So if I know I'm gonna do a lot of chiseling, I can just pull out this entire drawer from this drawer bank, take it to my work, set it down. Okay, 1 inch is too big. I've got my 3/4 inch chisel right there. And my wife's home with groceries, so we'll be right back. Here is my drawer, right? So this is about the size that I'm gonna put everything in. But I'm not sure if I need to go just a single rise or a double rise. I think I need to go a double rise. So my first step is gonna be get everything I wanna put in this drawer and then lay it out on my workbench and then compare it with some of the sizes that I have. And then I'll make the determination how I need to build and customize this drawer. I think this is everything. I'm not 100% sure though. So what I'm doing is I have this old drawer. I have this old drawer right here that is from my first version of this modular cabinet. It's the same depth and width, but the height was on a different system, and I've since made it where it's a little bit smaller for the standard size and then just a little bit taller than this. So this is kind of like a medium drawer. So this will tell me whether or not I can get away with a single height or if I need to go ahead and do a double height. And then these drawers I don't use anymore just because they're old and beat up, but they held up very well for a very long time. All right, so I know I want these guys, and these guys, let's see, will they fit there? Nope. So if these guys are standing up on their ends like that, I'm gonna have to go double height. Yeah, because then I can stack them up there. So I think that tells me I need to go double height, or else I have to lay both of them on their side like that, and that takes up, you know, a good bit of my drawer. The next thing I know I want is my shelf, my drawer pull layout guy. I know I want that in here. I buy these 1/2" screws in volume, so I can just put them in there. I know these little trays that I have will fit 1 deep, so if that goes like right here in this corner, and everything in here is blue. I didn't even plan on that. But basically, as long as everything's below the height of this guy, I can go with this depth and I don't have to do double depth. The other things I use are these screws, these standard drawer pull screws. They never include the right length with your drawer pulls, because probably because I do 3/4 inch drawer slides, or 3/4 inch drawer boxes with 3/4 inch face. But if it's a solid face, the 1 3/4 is what I need. If it's a 5-piece drawer front, the 1.5 is what I need. So I keep those. The next thing I do is I install, drawer faces actually on a piece, and this drill bit goes with this thing right here, so I'd put a guy right there. I like having a bunch of drill bits, and this is a 3/16, so this 3/16 drill bit lives with this jig, so that way whenever I need this box, literally everything I'm there, I don't have to go to a separate drill bit box. Same thing with this for my notches on the back of my Blum slides. That fits right there. That's a jig, so that sets those jigs in place. So that can go right there because I use these two things together. This is my setback jig. This tells me how far back to set the slide flush from the surface of the face frame. That would go with this guy. And then these guys are just a very simple L bracket. I do mostly, try to standardize everything you can with woodworking, right? So these align my drawer faces. So I would use these about the same time as I use those. So really, I think I can go, and then I want my tape in here because I use my tape to mark the center on my drawer faces so I can drill it out. So I think this is everything I need, which shows me that I have room to spare and go with that shallower drawer, which is what I really wanted to do anyway. So time to build my drawer. I have a whole video over that I will link to in the description below. But now I'm gonna build my drawer like this guy right here, come back, lay everything out, and put some nice little partitions in there so that everything is in its place and everything's easy to get to. Okay, so we've got our drawer made. We just built the drawer, 1/2" plywood, having a video over this, super simple to make. It's not hard to make this at all. Now, all we're ready to do is start laying out where everything's gonna go inside this drawer.
I wanna help.
You're gonna help me? Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing now is we went out there and cleaned up some of these little bins. I had one of those bin organizer things that you could roll around, but I didn't like how much space it took up, so I got rid of it, but I kept all the little plastic bins, and I absolutely love having them.
Yeah, you and me went somewhere with this.
We did go get it. We got it from our friend Mr. Bo. So let me grab a marker.
He had a whole bucket of them.
He did have a whole bunch of them. So I have this thing. This is what they came in. The problem I'm having is, see, it sits above the top. I don't want that. So I'm gonna put it, I could lay it down like that, but then it would be slow to get to. So I just got one of these, and these are what? These are 8 by 32 by 1 3/4, and then I'll just do 1 3/4 pull screws. Measure twice, cut once. Put that right there, and that'll hold, and then I can just dump this in here. All right, shake it out in there.
There you go.
There we go. And then I have another one right here, but you notice it's only fits 2 deep. That's no problem. I could go like this, and I could fit 4 across. but I'm trying to think of how am I going to use this. What am I going to use first? What am I going to use second? What am I going to use third? I'm going to use these screws first. I'll use these screws the second most. And then the third are these 1.5-inch ones. So I'll dump them in there.
They're the same like that one.
Yep, and then I'll just write on this guy
The small one. what
it is. So 8-32 by 1.5 inches. And then I'll do 1.5 pull screws. Okay, that can go right there. And now I'm just going to kind of lay this out, and then I'm going to just tack some different pieces of wood in here. I'm not gluing anything down inside the box. That way, like whenever I get a better one of these, I was looking at that today. It's a true precision tool that I'm probably going to buy soon. And I need to redo this drawer. Maybe I'll have to go to a double din, and then I can just knock out those things and then reuse this drawer for something else. But these guys no longer need, that's trash now, or you can have it and you can play with it. And so I grab this drawer, I pull it out. I have these screws right here for attaching hardware. We talked before and we decided these things had to go like that. And there's a few things that go with the installation. So this guy goes with the installation right here. This guy only goes with this guy, so these need their own spot. The poles.
I know where that spot is.
Where? Over there? Yeah. So it looks like these guys can go right here. And this guy goes with this. So it looks like that's about where I need everything to be. I think I want that like that because that takes up a little bit more space and then kind of holds things in place right there, and that's what I want. And so these guys will go right here like that.
Kind of like that.
And then these guys go right here. These screws I use for all these things, so I want them super easy to get to.
No.
And that's my drawer. Now I can grab this drawer, take it with me. But the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack in some plate things to hold this in place and keep everything organized and in its spot. That way I can just grab and go. All right, guys. So I've got everything laid out here. I cut some offcuts of just some pine, and I'm just going to tack it into place. So the first thing I want to do is I don't want stuff sliding around, so I'm just going to kind of position this right here, mark it about where I want it to be, and then just cut it. And then I just have my little pull saw that I'm going to use real quick. There you go. Oh, you got yours. Cool. We'll let you do this cutting.
Okay.
So I'll mark my lines in a second. First, I'm going to tack this into place. Then I'll show you the next one. So that's just going to fit right in here. It's just going to keep this stuff from going around. I don't want this super tight fit because I want to be able to get stuff out. I don't care if it moves around a little bit. But now we have that where it needs to be. And then I'm just going to, I'm going to have to pull this out, aren't I? And then it's just a matter of tacking it all in place. So let me get this out of the way. And it doesn't take a lot. I don't want to lock this thing down so much it's a pain in the neck to get out later if I want to redo this drawer. That's right there. Since this is locked in right here, I'm not even going to bother with it, but I am just going to go ahead and take a little block of wood and make it where this guy doesn't slide around. For those of you who have kids, these little Irwin pull saws, one, they're super inexpensive, but two, they're also really safe to use, and they're great for little people learning to use saws and learning to use safe. He has cut himself once with this saw, but the thing I like about it is he's not going to be able to cut himself bad enough, quick enough, that's going to require going to the hospital.
I know about that because I cut myself a long way and I was bleeding a lot.
Yeah, you did cut yourself with it, but it wasn't that bad. We were able to just get a Band-Aid. But there you go. It's a great little saw to learn on that you can supervise, make sure everybody stays safe, teaches respect for the tool. That way when they're older using bigger tools, they're going to be careful, right? That's kind of my philosophy, is I'd rather them fall off their bike when they're 3 and 4, skin their knee good, versus 16, 17, never had an accident before, think they're invincible. Again, I don't want like a super tight fit, but I want it where it comes in and out good. And then just pop that in there, make sure I'm using the right length nails. So perfect. So that holds all of my screws I'm gonna need. Everything's, I even color coded it a little bit. I did have another blue one, so I could have made this whole thing perfectly blue, but I didn't want to. Wait, I gotta measure again before you can cut. So now, I think I just wanna do one all the way down to hold these guys right here. I think that's what I want to do. So let's mark it and we'll let him cut this next one.
Also, it has a safety belt.
Yes, it has a safety sleeve that protects the teeth. So right about there, mark that one. All right, so that's gonna go right there. Again, I'm just leaving enough where things, again, and that's why I actually don't use Kaizen foam a lot. There's some things that you want it for, but for the most part, I don't want stuff super packed in here where you've got to like perfectly position it to get it in. I want to be able to kind of throw those in there and then them kind of drop into place. So I want that little bit of play and slop. So I think about like that will work pretty good. So now just tack that. And since this one's a little long, I'm gonna go ahead and tack it in the middle. There we go. I kind of messed up a little bit. This guy doesn't really fit in here anymore. So what am I gonna do about that? I'm not really sure. So I think I just like it kind of where it sits about like this. So I'll take this guy and let's get in the middle of it. This is one of those things, if nothing's ever perfect whenever you're fitting these things, I mean, I guess you could get perfect, but this is one thing that you come with when you're using a standardized system, is that you only have so many, or you only have so much room, and you kind of have to make some stuff work sometimes. So, let's see, I might have to pull out a tape measure. You notice I haven't been using a tape measure this entire time. Uh-oh, and I have still got to deal with these guys as well. But I think I'll be good there. Yeah, so those are gonna go, see, that got a little bit tighter than I thought it was gonna be. But that's gonna fit right there good. This, I think I'll leave a little space. Yeah, the bit will fit right underneath here. I actually don't like it fitting underneath there, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. These guys will go,
Did you notice some rainbow colors?
Rainbow colors?
Yeah.
No, I haven't noticed any rainbow colors.
Look.
So there we go. Everything's fitting now. Rainbow colors. Oh, on that thing, it's because I got really hot. And so this is where I might need to start going up a little bit. So I have that. I have that. I have that. I think I'm gonna do that right there. I think that's the better. Yeah, I think that takes up the least amount of space. So again, we're just gonna take this. I've got it in there. I'm gonna approximately mark it where it goes. We're just having to get close. I'm not trying to get super duper precise. And then I think I just want to do like that, where this will hold. But I kind of wanted to like I don't know. I want to do something with this bit where it's where it needs to be. I think right there will be good enough. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. So those screws are what I need most. That's what I need there. Now I just need my drawer guys. Those go right there. These Like this, I'm not happy with. I don't know what I want to do differently there. Ah, you see that? That's what I should have done right there. So now that tells me that I need to cut this part out. So I'm actually gonna get my multi-tool, cut that out, knock that out, move that over where it holds right there, and then that should fix everything. So now I can take it and I should be able to just drive that staple back in. There we go. Throw that staple in, and I'll put one more in there because it's a little bit wobbly. Boom. And one more right there because it's a little bit wobbly right there. And now I have a perfect space for my alignment jigs. And right here I'm not going to bother putting any separation because it just doesn't need it. But this is how I organize my drawers. Now I have this beautifully organized drawer that's easy just to pick up, take with me. I can set on a workbench next to where I'm going. I can set on the cart. It's just gonna make my life so much easier for getting this thing done. Any drill bits I need for this are right here. The only thing I don't have in here are the clamps to clamp this in place. Well, the clamps came into place, and I missed one crucial thing. That is my tape. I'll just put that right here with this, because that's where my tape is going to be used. Don't really like that, but this is where I'm at, and I wanted to stay within the confines of this size drawer. If I went up more depth, then I could stack these up, get a lot more thing. I could stack that vertically as well. So there is an advantage of going bigger, but for right now, this is everything I need for my drawers. I hope you found this useful. I hope drawer organization is something that you'll look into. This didn't take me a lot of time. I maybe spent like an hour doing this, including my filming. So make your drawers, fill them out, get them organized, and now for the rest of my time, as long as I put stuff back where it goes, which is the hard part, everything for installing drawers and finishing drawers is right here. I could even put like a little card in here of my drawer sizes so I know how to size a drawer. Just those common, like, this is how you do undermounts, this is how you do side mount drawer slides, and that's right there. Now it's just label it, find a place for it in the shop, and we're good to go. I hope you found this video useful. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, and go check out the Recreational Woodworker Facebook group on Facebook.
Also check mine. And
you have a Facebook?
my Nerf gun Facebook.
Your Nerf gun Facebook? We need to start you a Nerf gun Facebook. So be sure to check me out on all those places, therecreationalwoodworker.com, @therecreationalwoodworker, and we'll see you next time.